Listen, when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Steve, who's on Top of the Pops next week?
On next week's Top of the Pops, we've got Gary Davis and Dixie Peach.
Okay, we're going to play out tonight with the number 29 sound from Colonel Abrams, and it's one of those unfinished song titles, so I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you do what?
I don't know. Stay tuned for EastEnders.
Bye.
Good night.
Understand why we can't just hold on to each other's hands. This time might be the last I fear, unless I make it all too clear. I need you so. Tonight we can take what was wrong and make it right. Baby, it's all I know, that you're half of the flesh and blood that makes me whole. That's all I know. That you're half of the flesh and blood that makes me whole. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to live so free. And when we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up and let us in. Take these broken wings. You got to learn to fly, learn to live and love so free. And when we hear the voices sing, the book of love will open up for us and let us in. Yeah, yeah.
But you can rock and you can roll it to the stop and even stroll it at the hop. When the record starts spinning, you chitz when you're chicken at the hop. Do the dance sensation and a sweep in the nation at the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. But you can swing it, you can move it, you can really start grooving at the hop. When the jocks get smooth and the music gets cool, it's at the hop. All the cats and chicks can get their kicks at the hop. Let's go! Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go! But you can rock, you can roll to the stop and even stroll it at the hop. When the record starts spinning, you chillin' to when you're chillin' at the hop. Do the dance sensation and the sweep of the nation at the hop. You can swing it, you can move it, you can really start grooving at the hop. When the jocks get smooth and the music gets cool, it's at the hop. All the cats and chicks can get their kicks at the hop. Let's go! Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Thank you. We all remember a fellow by the name of D.I.
But by forward waters streaming. But by forward waters streaming, time engrieves the yellowing page. But you, all membrane quilted, lengthened by sesquipedalian contrarieties of a mind half fabricked, you stretch a hardened belly to the kitchen and reply, Strethid, Wesk forenda, Stagit kilp, in milked accents.
Thank you. As most of you will know, those 24 poems were taken from our Rivermaster trilogy.
And thank you also for paying such attention. You know, some audiences would have simply got up and gone home.
And thank you also to the governor for allowing us to include Parkhurst on our lecture floor.
What an enchanting setting for a maximum security prison, I must say.
You know, many, many years ago, we were talking to an old friend. We won't tell you his name.
Oh, Hugh, don't be coy.
Am I being coy?
You're being coy.
Perhaps I am, yes. It was T.S. Eliot.
Tommy Eliot. Tom Eliot. Tommy.
Yes, and Tom remarked to us, didn't he, that English culture was in a state of vacuum. A kind of wasteland, was the way he put it.
He pointed out that our language was becoming increasingly unable to cope with the post-war condition of despair into which society...
State.
State?
Yes, post-war state.
You're right. The post-war state of despair into which society... Did he say society had been flung or thrown?
Ah, well, he said it twice, but I think it was flung both times.
The post-war state of despair into which society had been flung. He also said... Well, you tell them what he said, Hugh. He was much more your friend than mine.
Oh, now, don't do yourself down, Stephen. Tom had a great respect for you.
I always felt he was half afraid of me. Jealous, perhaps.
Well, I wouldn't put that past him, the old shit. Well, I'll tell you what it was that he said. It was a blustery July afternoon in mid-December of 1929. And Tom turned to me and he said, and I've only ever forgotten this once, he said, Hugh, let us, and Stephen, although I am half afraid of you.
And perhaps a little jealous.
Yes, all right. Let us make a vow. Do you remember, Stephen, the vow we made, the four of us?
Was it 4?
Ah, well, yes, you're right. I suppose it was 3, but if you remember, at the beginning, Douglas Bader was as committed as any of us, although he later went on to explore his own avenues of expression. Anyhow, the vow we made was that we would not rest until some of Tom's poems had been set to music, however roughly, and performed with no small amount of colour and movement on a Broadway
or West End stage. And I don't think it would be being immodest to say that with productions of Cats already running on Broadway and in the West End, some other bastard has cashed in before we had the chance.
I don't know if you knew this, Stephen, but I recorded that famous day in my diary. Or commonplace book.
I didn't know that.
You didn't, did you?
I didn't know that.
I thought
I didn't.
that.
I didn't know that.
I thought that. No. So, if the screws are agreeable...
Oh, the screws are very agreeable.
Perhaps this might be a help to those serving longer sentences for crimes of violence. Thursday, July the 90th. Tommy Eliot, Douglas Bader, Stephen and I to Parliament Hill Fields for a picnic. Below us, in the distance, London lay sprawled out like some vast capital city and major commercial centre. Stephen suddenly addresses us all. Tom, Douglas, Hugh, I have to tell you, I am not as other men. My needs, my urges are different.
Yes, you'd skip that bit, actually, Hugh.
In the dormitories, after lights out... Scouting...
No, it's...
Tommy talked of his vision of breathing poetry and art into the souls of all men. Douglas said he'd have a shot at doing the same thing with aeroplanes. Already, I sense he is growing apart from us. I begged Tom to tell us how his vision could be realised. There was a moment of absolute stillness. Douglas picked a buttercup. Why people leave buttocks lying around, I've no idea. At last, Tom spoke. Hugh and Stephen, you are both of you better poets than I can ever be. You must share your world of art with all. You know, said Stephen, there was a small rubber nodule in the showers
yes,
that I used
we could probably finish the entry there, because that's really why we're here, to share with you, mates...
Inmates.
Inmates. Something of our sympoetry, or, as we've been kind to call it enough, our poems. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, I've got a poem here that we're going to read to you. We call it quite simply Legement. And here it is. We'd like to read it to you now. Right. The webbing span and floated free.
Her manse contain.
A moment loved, a moment dead.
The Lord is kind.
Das Akzente Kind.
Stapling, stoppling, melted cheese.
Chapling, chopling, squares of lust.
A wazzer.
Dreg.
Hide your noose, the hangman. Hide your noose, the hangman. The hangman. the hangman, the hang, the...
Hi. Merry Christmas. I've been having a lot of weird dreams lately. I had a dream I got drunk with the fairy godmother. In the morning, I woke up covered with dollar bills and all my teeth were gone. My last name is Smith. It's very boring. So I try to think up things to do to make it more interesting. Like when I check into a hotel room, I purposely don't write my last name down to get the hotel clerk to demand it. And then I go, Smith. Yeah, that's it, Smith. I have a way with children, you could probably tell. Like last weekend, I did a show. There was a young kid in the audience. He sat right up in front. So I said, "Hi, what's your name?" He said, "Jeremy." I said, "Oh, well, that's a nice name, Jeremy. How old are you?" He said, 10 and a half. I said, "Oh, that means you'll be about 20 and a half when the end of the world comes." So I won't ask you what college you want to go to. Because you'll be dead, Jeremy. I never know what to say to kids. My sisters tell me they have no kids. But I see the pictures. I never really thought of myself as a breeder. But recently I decided I wanted 2 kids. So I went to an adoption agency. The first thing the guy asked me was, "Well, why do you want 2 children?" I said, "So I don't have to sit next to anyone on the subway." The only good part about being a kid is toys. My favorite toy was the oven that you got to bake the little cakes in. I didn't bake any cakes. I melted army men. Took a little longer. Tasted better. 1 GI pie coming up. I hate my manager. He's always telling me, "Wear red lipstick, look nice up there." I said, "What if I'm not funny and it's coming out of these big old red lips?" It's like being a crummy outfielder with a paisley mitt. I hate everyone lately. The other day I sat at the airport for 2 hours waiting for my flight. Everyone was disgusting. Finally, I started going like this to people, circling the ones I hated. They didn't know. They smiled. They thought they were going to be on the Love Boat. Someday I want my own talk show. Yeah. It'll be different. It'll be one where I get to hit people. You know, like I'll have Sting on, and when I ask him what his name is, and he says Sting, I backhand him. You know, now get over there and sit with Tommy Tune. Everyone always tells me I take after my Uncle Swanee. He hated everyone. On his gravestone, he had printed, "What are you looking at?" Thank you.
myself again. Give me a light on down the road that I must travel. Give me a light on through the darkness of the night. Give me a light on where I go and will you follow? Give me a light on the highway in the night. Wow. I was young, I thought of growing old. What my life would mean to me. Would I follow down my chosen road? I only wish what I could be. Give me a light on down the road that I must travel. Give me a light on through the darkness of the night. Give me a light on where I go and will you follow? Give me a light on the highway in the night. Give me a light on down the road that I must travel. Woo! Give me a light on through the darkness of the night. Give me a light on where I go and will you follow? Give me a light on the highway in the night. Give me a light on down the road that I must travel. Will you follow? Give me a light on through the darkness of the night. Give me a light on where I go and will you follow? Give me a light on the highway in the night. Give me a light on down the road that I must travel. Give me a light on through the darkness of the night. Give me a light on where I go and will you follow? Will you follow? Give me a light on the highway in the night. Give me a light on down the road that I must travel. Thank you very much, New York. Good night.
My name's Craig Charles. I'm here to do a special request on behalf of the Islington posse. No sirens screamed blue murder. No people screamed and ran. There was just the smell of burning rubber, then the police jumped out the van. They didn't ask us stupid questions that we all know policemen can. They didn't say, halt, who goes there, don't you know it's getting late. Didn't ask if we'd been running or say we looked in a state. Didn't ask us where we'd been to, what we'd been doing, what were our names. I guess they didn't have the time to play the subtler games. They just jumped out the van and hit us with a stick. Really good and hard so they could finish it quick. So naturally, there's some questions that I'd like to ask. Like after you hit me and made me spew, did you think it was funny when the blood went runny in the puke? They didn't even say, empty out your pockets, let's have a look, you little get. And that's usually a favourite with the men from the Met. They didn't open up the van and throw us all inside and take us to the station. We can appreciate a ride. But what we can't appreciate is when we're walking round, some policemen pull up in a van and beat us to the ground. So naturally, there's some questions that I'd like to ask. Like when my legs went weak and you saw me fall, crawling up against the wall, did you think that it was funny at all? Didn't ask us if we'd broke the law, or if we'd been in trouble with the police before. Didn't ask if we'd been thieving or where we'd stashed the cash. Didn't take our fingerprints or stupid mugshot photographs. So anyway, they didn't bother doing none of that. They just jumped out the van and hit us on the head, got back into White Maria and left us there for dead. So naturally, there's some questions that I'd like to ask. Like, will anybody be arrested? Or has violence now been legalised? Will it go uncontested? And from this sorry tale is the only thing we've learned, that when it comes to investigating police, the book of law gets burned. Because the Yorkshire Ripper didn't give himself in. And the police, well, they still caught up with him. And if people think I can't know the truth, so what I've said's unfair, well, I'm not going to own up to not being there. Thank you.